Hello, hello. Good to see you guys again. It's another week, another spot on episode. We are so blessed to have you guys as always. Thank you for interacting with us on social media, on Instagram, on Facebook, and on Twitter. Keep your comments flying, your suggestions, your games, everything you want us to do, just keep them flying. We thank you for those who have been interacting with us so far. We want you to keep on doing that. Let's build this momentum. Let's keep on getting many more people exposed to the truth. So as always, today we have one less person, minus one. Billy is away today, but I am here with my friends, my co-hosts. They will introduce themselves, starting with my right, actually, it's not far right, with my right.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining us. My name is Hilda Katebe. Stay with us.
Yeah.
And hi guys, my name is Sheila Juma. Thank you for tuning in as always to Spot On. It's going to be a great episode.
Absolutely. So now today for our icebreaker, I'm a fan of corny jokes and stuff like that. So I warned the people, my co-hosts, that we're going to do something a little bit different. So, so some of us have seen on YouTube some things called dad jokes. So what dad jokes? I don't know why they put it on the dad. Like why? I mean, some dads have some nice humor.
Some dads are just very cheesy.
Cheesy. Like you just don't know where this joke
is coming from.
Where is this even coming from?
And it's like, how did they think like that?
Let me tell you, I am rehearsing right now so that I will be the worst. I will make sure I give jokes that are so dry, they will not even want to lay claim to me.
What after this?
They'll just be like,
whose dad is that? They'll be like, whose dad is that? But anyway, so we have a number of dad jokes amongst us. So what we're going to do is, we will just go like on a shuffle, beginning with Sheila. She will give us like two dad jokes.
Two?
Yeah, to start with, and then I will give two, and then two. So then we will just keep on going like that until we exhaust them. And so the trick of this is, when someone laughs, or chuckles, yeah. So we have to define. No, smiling is okay. Smiling is okay.
Let me tell you. As long as if you show your teeth.
Okay.
No, teeth is
okay, but because you can laugh like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Teeth can be anybody. So let's say any form or hint of laughter.
Okay.
So if one person of us laughs, they get a point. So at the end of the day, the person with the least points wins. Okay. Right? So, and I'll trust you guys to keep a tab for yourselves. We are on Spot On. There's no time to lie.
All right. So let's define what laughing is.
Okay, yeah.
Is this laughing?
Well, no, that one you've contained it and you've done it well.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but any outlet of laughter. So even if it is a burst.
I'm already laughing.
Because let me tell you, some people laugh like this.
I know.
No sound.
We can hear, but we're on set, so we can hear.
Okay.
We can hear. If we hear anything or any form of gasp or anything like that. So let's do one. Let's do one joke.
One each?
Yeah, and shuffle until they get to the end. All right?
All right, so do I start?
I feel like I'm going to lose. Guys at home, please pray for me. I feel like...
Wait, let me get over my laughter.
Even though I'm the host, I feel like I'm going to lose this one. But...
Okay, are we ready?
Yes, I'm ready, Sheila.
Okay. And if you laugh at your own joke, that's a point. Okay?
At your own? Okay.
Yes. Okay, I'm going. How do you get a squirrel to like you? Act like a nut.
Nice one. What did the bee say to his wife when he was running late for dinner? Hurry up, honey.
Okay.
Wow.
If you see a crime at an Apple store, does that make you an eyewitness?
Good one.
I don't trust stairs. They're always up to something.
That's a nice one.
I'm sorry. Oh gosh.
What's green and not that heavy? Light green.
You did not.
Okay. What did the coffee report to the police?
I don't know.
A mugging.
Wow.
We're laughing at both.
Okay. Why can't a nose be 12 inches long?
I think I know this one.
Because it's barefoot.
No.
Laugh, Dan, it's okay. It's there. Laugh.
Called containing yourself.
How long can you contain your Akio?
I'm actually quite proud of myself. I thought I would be laughing. But anyway, what do you call an ant that has been shunned by his community? Socially dissed ant.
Oh my God.
Wow.
It takes guts to be an organ donor. It takes guts to be an organ donor. Okay. What number are we at?
I don't know. But me, I have 2 points.
Okay. So 2 more to go.
I have another nice one. Let me
Wait.
Okay.
Did you hear about the restaurant on the moon? Great food, no atmosphere.
Good one. At some point. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what does a grape say when you step on it? Nothing. It just lets out a little wine.
Wow.
That's clever. Okay.
Wow.
Why don't eggs tell jokes?
Um,
They'd crack each other up.
My friend told me to stop acting like a flamingo. So I put my foot down.
Some of these things are just so corny. Oh my goodness. I'm not laughed.
You're fighting it.
I'm not laughed yet.
You're really fighting it.
If you need an arc, I know a guy.
Oh my gosh. And mine are over.
Yours are over.
Yeah, mine are over.
So, okay, mine is the last one. What's an astronaut's favorite part of a computer? What's an astronaut's favorite part of a computer?
The space bar.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
I don't know. I think I'm doing much better than I thought I would. I thought by the end of this section
would be
I
on the
would be
floor.
on the floor laughing.
Yeah,
Like if you guys at home know someone called Kev on stage, I follow his page on Instagram and I'm just like, yo, the type of dad jokes that guy has, I am always on the floor laughing. And his laughter does not help it at all.
I know.
But even before we go, there's one last one that I really liked. Like, why can't Jesus go to a jewelry store? Because he breaks every chain.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
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 I'd love to see someone who actually
cheesy.
comes up with this joke.
I know. Like this.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, it's been really fun having this. I hope you guys, I'm sure some of you all are on the floor. You won't tell me, but I know you're on the floor laughing. I think it's just inherent. I think that's why they call it dad jokes. Me, I just find them so funny. They're so calming. You don't spend so much strength trying to look for this humor.
And it's funny because it's not funny.
And yeah, because it's not funny. I think dry humor for me is I think, first of all, in fact, at home, what I tell my parents is this: if I can make a joke that makes someone cringe, that for me is humor. Like, just the priceless reactions of seeing someone just like, Dan, what's not happening?
What
Yeah.
are you doing?
Yeah, it's like, well, what was that? Yeah, but thank you so much, guys. So now today we have a topic at hand, and this will resonate with a number of you out there. I mean, we're youth. I mean, and we know what's happening in the world. We are in the world, but not of it, right? So you've all heard of the thing called Nairobi, right? Like the Nairobi effect. I'm sure you guys have heard of it as well.
Yeah.
Where people, it's a phrase. I mean, Nairobi initially was just like, it was an innocent word. It's the capital of Kenya, you know. But now all of a sudden it is being used to describe a way of life amongst the youth. And people are able to now like shun things off and be like, Nairobi. Yeah, in Nairobi too. So we're calling this topic the Nairobi effect because and I think that's the importance of talking about these things. We talk about things that are happening as we are alive, as we are thriving, so that we know what to do with such situations. So I also forewarned my co-host that we'll have like a deep discussion on this. Whereas, you see, we have certain words we use in society, and they tend to cover up a lot of stuff that happens underneath, right? Like, let's just use Nairobi as the word itself. People have used it to cover up some form of like immorality, let me just call
Yeah.
it as it is, like immorality and a certain lifestyle where people are sharing partners and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So, first of all, when did you guys know of the Nairobi effect? Like, when did that thing snap? I think there's even a song about it, if I'm not wrong. But like, when did you guys when did that come to your mind? Yeah, about that Nairobi thing.
I think for me, maybe in campus.
Right.
Because
Okay.
I mean, that's when the kids now are like leaving the house.
Right.
After high school, now it's time to experience the world. And then, I mean, even for people who are in the rural areas and then they send their kids to school in Nairobi, they'd be like, na usiende kukaa kama watu wa Nairobi.
Right.
Usiende kufanya kama watu wa Nairobi.
Right.
So when I was in campus, that's when I was like, oh,
This is what
okay,
happens.
this is it. Like,
Right.
this is the Nairobi
Yeah.
effect. Yeah.
How
I
about
think
you?
for me it was when I was a kid and we used to travel up country.
Yeah.
So there's that notion of Nairobi kids, and then so I realized there's a Nairobi way of life
Yeah.
and there's a up there way of life. So that's when I started understanding there's a difference. And then when people started wearing those Nairobi t-shirts.
Yeah.
Right. Nairobi, buddy.
Yeah. That's when I understood there's a Nairobi way of
Yeah.
things.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And should there be, like you see, okay, it's true, it's the capital city of Kenya. And of course, there will definitely be more metropolitan, there'll be lots of cultures mixed up in here. But should there be, and if so, like, why should it be a negative thing? Shouldn't it be like the Nairobi effect is where people
Yeah.
come and they're like, you come and you can, it's like a land of the free sort of kind of
Yeah,
vibe, you know what I mean? And where opportunities, you get business opportunities and stuff like that. Why is it negative? Like, why is it, do you feel like we've allowed it to go that side?
Somehow, yes. I think it's the Kenyan way in another sense. The way we go through something and then we are resilient, so we find a way to make it okay. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think there's that type of thing.
Yeah, that's true. Like, it could have been positive.
Yeah.
But because there's things that, like she said, we're trying to approve of or
Yeah.
trying to make it seem like okay.
Yeah.
Then you now start doing Nairobi.
Ni Nairobi, ni
Nairobi,
sawa.
ni sawa,
Hivi ndio kuna
Yeah,
kwanga.
but again, I think we have the power. We have the power to change that.
Yes,
Right.
We're using the Nairobi effect to be a good thing,
Right.
to be a place of prosperity. Unakuja Nairobi for opportunities, because
Yeah.
honestly, many
Yeah.
people come from up country to
Yeah.
Nairobi
Yeah.
for opportunities, for
Right.
more job opportunities, for career, like a lot of great things. So it's unfortunate that that's the thing that is associated with.
With Nairobi, right?
Yeah.
You see, what I'm thinking about is something like, and I know many young people watching are in the phase where you're stuck in between employment or maybe a business that you want to run. You know what I mean? And Sheila's rightfully said that. What if this whole Nairobi vibe was a culture of people who are inspiring each other to good works, people who are motivating each other day by day? I feel like I still have, a long time ago I had that vision. I still have that vision where Kenya would, and of course it has been said over a period of time that Kenya is a springboard for revival.
Yep.
But I want to be alive when that's happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now these things like Nairobi, I'm thinking of a situation like you see people go to the United States,
Yep.
and that's why I think Trump had this whole issue of people that he going and he wants to protect the borders and all that.
Yeah.
But they want to go because there's something that's driving them because of
Yeah.
economic greatness and all that. So I'm trying to think, what's stopping us from doing that? From actually now grabbing that Nairobi catchphrase and making it something positive. Being the first ones, I mean, it's easy for us to talk here on Elevate TV, and then the issue too evil. But then, like, what's stopping us? What do you think the steps would be? Now we know that the Nairobi phrase is there, but what can we do now to help ourselves, young people, moving forward with that phrase? What can we do to make it now a positive thing?
I think it could be a movement. I mean, social media is such a powerful tool.
Yeah.
With all the hashtag movements that come and go.
Yeah.
If you get some Kenyans on Twitter
Yeah.
to just,
Absolutely.
support you, be,
Yeah.
be behind you, you can easily start a movement.
Yeah.
But I think that conversation hasn't been had.
Right,
I think it's a
right.
conversation that needs to be had, where we are like, okay, this is something that's negative about where we currently are. We don't want to be known, like even Ugandans just know Nairobi.
Right.
TZ people just know Nairobi,
Yeah.
So it's something it's a conversation that definitely needs to be had. And a plan of action needs to be set. And I think social media is such a powerful tool that we can definitely use to advance that agenda.
Right. Sheila, I want to push a little bit further, even before we go to Hilda. What if I was to arrest you like now and say, what one idea would you think? I know that Twitter is a really good idea, like creating a social media awareness movement. What one thing do you think can help turn that around? Like apart from now the social media, which you rightfully said, what do you think? Anything creative out of the blues, like that you would think would help? It would be like a step towards making that Nairobi thing positive. You know what I mean? Yeah. What, like out of the blues? What do you think? And be thinking of one. Be thinking of one as well.
Yeah.
I've seen those videos. Oh my God.
She thinks.
Yeah.
I think first of all you should get to the roots.
Right.
As in, sometimes things just are blown out of proportion, because are we really sure that the nini we've kept for Nairobi is actually true?
Right.
Is it true that when you come to Nairobi, get ready to be mugged? Everyone is sharing everyone else.
Yes.
Is that,
That's one
as in,
kwanza.
what's the percentage?
Yeah.
What's the truth? Have we just taken it and made it a thing?
Right.
And maybe it's just such few people.
Exactly.
Maybe
Right.
it's just such few people.
Right. I like what you said. It's probably something that we have forced to become a thing. I mean, it's like saying, in Kenya too, kuna wagondi. It's only in Kenya where the criminals and stuff
And
like
it's only
that.
in Nairobi where you can
Yeah,
be
it's in
mugged
Nairobi.
Anywhere.
You can be mugged anywhere.
Anywhere.
But why have we okayed it? And I think that's where my next question is going to be. Why have we okayed it to the point where it's now a phrase? Like people are like, ni Nairobi tu, wow, I would you hata kuna girlfriend because and there people are sharing partners and stuff like that. You know what I mean? These conversations I hear, by the way, and I'm just like, how do you okay that? And I'm just like, yo.
Funny thing.
Yeah.
When I was in campus, I remember one time I had a conversation with one of my friends in campus, and they were talking about how it's so hard to get like a man who's faithful, you know, and I mean, that's the world that they're living in, because, you know, remember, I think in one of the shows I said, for me, I was an alien to them and they were an alien to me.
Yeah.
Like our worlds were two worlds apart, like totally different worlds. So one time they were telling me how it's so hard to find a faithful man, and I'm like, wow. No, it's not. Wako. Like for me, I know, like I've seen so many faithful men, but for them, they haven't. So like that's the only perception that they have of men, and men in Nairobi. So I'm telling them, no, you can find a faithful man out there, you know. And they're like, no, you can't, you know, in Nairobi. Hi, man. And it's only because that's the perception they've seen. That's their eyesight, you know. That's how, as far as their vision goes. They've never experienced maybe, I don't know, this other side of the Christian life. Not to say all Christian men are, kuna wenye, they need a lot of construction still going on.
True.
Amen, amen. However, there are some great men who are faithful, and I guess they've just never been to that side of life, because their life is, you know, clubbing, all these other things. And the people who are there are not the straightest. You can't say that they are. Most of the men there are, you know, drunks, whatever. So if that's what you're seeing, then that's what you'll say.
And that's as good as you see you.
And that's how you'll perceive Nairobi. Right. But I think once you come to this other side, then you're like, oh,
it's different here.
It's
different.
It's when you realize, hey, kuna remnant.
Kuna remnant.
yenyewe.
I got that wase wake.
You know what Sheila has said has kind of reminded me of something. There's someone who says, if you think you can, and those who think they can, those who think they can't are right. Now I'm trying to, I saw it in this light, that like you're saying, there are those who are mesema. So it's Nairobi, the Nairobi effect is this, and this is all we have. So let's just sink into this. This is all that, you see. And people are looking for that hope. Hope is such a powerful thing. Where there's that light, like let's imagine you're on a snowstorm on a mountain. I went to Mount Kenya like last year, towards the end, and we were hit by a snowstorm. And so, when we did, but you know it was quite dangerous. So you see, they usually they say life is more important than the feat of reaching to the peak. So we were hit by a snowstorm, and our guys were like, we have to go back. But for me, the standing out thing is this: we began our walk up the last stretch of the walk from a cabin at about 2 a.m. and the only thing you can see is the light ahead. You know what I mean? Like the spotlight, the guide had the spotlight, literally without it, you cannot see ahead because that's 2 a.m. and there's nothing you can see. So what I'm thinking about is this: if people don't have that light to see that there indeed is hope in this generation, then it will become Nairobi, it will just remain as a negative effect. You know what I mean? Like people will be like, Nairobi, and it's almost as though it's like a word when someone says it, people are just like, so it is Nairobi, you know? It's almost as if it's saying, what's up, you know?
Nairobi.
Yeah. How do you do? So it's one of those things I would call as, they're really vague. And I was even having a conversation with someone yesterday and telling them, where there are vague lines, where there is vagueness, that's where the devil tries to get authority to work, because we do not call things out. You know what I mean? Like we do not call things out as though they are. So I think I really like what you said about how people have probably grown up and the circle they are in are just people who probably are living the other side of life where there's lots of drugs and maybe so much immorality and all that. And there's no hope. So even at home, we're almost about to go on a break. Those who are, if you are in the light, preserve that light. Yani, shikilia tu hivi, because you never know. I'm not even saying for your sake. Think of the people that are around you. They are looking for that hope. They're looking for that one person who, the one person who will tell them, Manze, you know, they will know that there's existence of light even in this generation. You know what I mean? We're not perfect. Let me not lie to you. We're not all perfect, but we can do the much we can with the light. So I think now, Sheila, what do you think about what is there a way, like, you see, because this is a catchy phrase. Is there a way? Actually, let me go to Hilda. What can we do? Like, is there another way we can call this out without necessarily going around catchy phrases? You know what I mean? This catchy phrase culture of hiding something, giving it a gray name when it's actually black. You know, is there a way we can go around sorting such situations?
I think the way Sheila said, starting conversations.
Right.
Because it's already black as it is. So we have to start from somewhere.
Right.
So what is it about Nairobi that is actually good?
Right.
Is it your church? Is it your movement? What happened to you in Nairobi that you love that would probably not happen anywhere else? Let's show Nairobi in a different light. So that's where you start, and then you can make now your own catchphrase, our own. We come up with our own that actually brings Nairobi
in a good light.
We leave the Nairobi other sides.
Right. Yes. I like that one.
Hilda for president.
For president. Yeah. So, guys, we will go on a short break. But even before we go on a short break, there's something I saw here that, okay, you know, sometimes this humor that comes up in Kenya is quite crazy because it makes you laugh, but it kind of makes you sad because of what it is about.
Yeah, because it's kind of true.
It's true, yeah. So mtu anasema, let me just open that. He's saying ati hii Nairobi, unaachwa, alafu unaambiwa, promise me you'll be fine. Yani, you see, those are the things that are kind of scaring me. I'm just like, and it's true, people find it funny. Like I'm saying, even me, I'm just like, is this literally what type of culture we've created for ourselves? Yes, and like you're in a relationship with a guy, and he leaves you, and you know to whom he's going, and then he's telling you, promise me you'll be fine. So I'm just like, and it's probably many times I've had situations where it's like your best friend that is leaving you for. So you see, these are all cultural values that we create as we move along, guys. Keep it locked in. We are gonna come back after a short break. This is Spot On. Follow us on Elevate TV on Instagram, Elevate TV Kenya on Instagram, and on Facebook and on YouTube. Are we on Twitter as well? Yes, we're on Twitter. So keep it active there. Keep your comments flying and let us know what it is that you want to know about this Nairobi topic. We're going to tackle this together. Life is never done alone. So keep it locked in, guys.